Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is another super easy DIY. This is French Country Heart Decor, and we're going to use these scraps. If you are just joining us this week, I'm using these scraps from when I made the heart-shaped banners last week. This is what's left over. And you're going to need just a smidgen of red ribbon, and again, this is an option for embellishments. But what you will need is your glue gun as well as your pinking shear. Okay? And we're going to use some fabrics. Now to make them French country, I'm picking the toile over on the left. But really any fabric that you want, any scraps that you want, these would be so darling if you had some sort of sentimental fabrics like grandma's old house dress or perhaps old sheet set from her house or something that you really made you think of somebody sentimental. Okay, so what we're doing is we had all of these scraps left over from the banner that we made with the hearts, or banners for that matter, and I did not want to see them go to waste. So I was thinking of what I could do with them, and if you joined us yesterday, you saw that we did make some stuffed hearts, some primitive stuffed hearts with them. But today I'm just going to do this one. It's super simple. It's way more simple than even that was. And we're going to make this really cute heart hanging decor. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm gluing a very quick bead of glue down on the threaded area, and I'm overlapping the threaded areas. I'm trying to find the two that were together off the same banner because they'll be roughly the same shape and size. And then, yeah, touch up wherever there's some glue missing. You want to work quickly because the glue, you don't want the glue to cool off before you glue them together, but you also want to be careful because gluing fabric, sometimes the glue can be hot and could get you burnt. So just be careful there. All right, and now I've just taken a heart template. I've made a heart roughly the same shape and size as the pieces of fabric that are sewn together. This was the heart that we used previously in other videos, but if you're making this new for the first time, you can just fold the fabric in half like you were making a heart from kindergarten and just cut half the heart out. You can also make a paper template the same way. All right. And what you want to do is you want to cut with a pinking shear. Actually, I didn't tell you I needed a glue gun and a pinking shear, did I? Let's go back, shall we? No, I'm kidding. What I like to use here is a pinking shear, and this is not a necessity. This is just an option. This just turns it from French sophisticated to French country. That and the burlap. But what I'm doing is I'm cutting the edges with a pinking shear. Now, when you do cut with a pinking shear, I will fair warning, that leaves a lot of like little lint. There's no other way to describe it other than fabric dust, fabric sawdust, fabric pinking dust. How's that? So before you start gluing, make sure I cut it on a mat and I make sure I cleaned off the area before I start gluing, or else there'll be glue everywhere. All right. Now, once I have the three of them cut, we're going to go ahead and take the piece of paper that we basically made the heart out of. If you want to make more of these, then you want to go ahead and you can, copy your template to a separate piece of paper. But what I'm doing is I've just drawn a line about 3/4 of an inch in from the edge of my paper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that out, basically making a smaller heart the same shape, but just much smaller. And now I'm taking that to my toile fabric. Now the reason I am doing it this way as opposed to writing or drawing on the inside of the fabric, the wrong side, which is normally what you would do, is because I was trying to kind of find cute pictures. If you're not familiar with toile fabric, it is basically these intricate line drawings. Well, they can sometimes be not so intricate, but they're line drawings, mostly depicting scenes. It's a French and derivative, basically, and it's just, to me, I don't know. It's all of the things encompassed that I love. The fact that this is red and white toile just makes it even all that more special. Then we're going to cut them out with the pinking shears the same way. Now, you want to make sure that you can't see the pencil line when you're done. So cut just inside the pencil line as as a rule of thumb. If you are just doing random and you're drawing on the other side, you can actually make the hearts a little bit bigger by cutting on the outside of the pencil line with the pinking shears. But that is just totally a matter of personal preference, all right? As long as you keep the same shape, the size variation won't make all that much difference to the effect, all right? Now, you can make a million of these if you wanted to. The inspiration was actually sort of like the 3 puffy hearts like we had been making the last couple of days, those stuffed hearts. But then I saw this and I was like, you know what? I had 3 left. Oddly enough, one of my little pieces of two-sided, the pieces I cut off the banner, one was missing. So I for some reason I had 7 instead of 8. So I was like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's make the 3 hanging hearts and we'll just make them one-dimensional. Well, I guess that would be 2-dimensional instead of 3-dimensional. Okay? And now if you've been with us for a couple of days and watched us make these banners, we're going to kind of repeat that same thing with that heart that we had left over after we cut out the middle. We're going to use it as a template to decide where we're going to place that heart in the middle. Okay, so I've just laid it on top of the heart that I've cut out, glued on the inside of the opening, and then laid the piece of fabric right in the middle. And then I'm just going to set it aside to dry or cool off. Would you guys say that hot glue dries or it cools off? Either way. And you're going to repeat with all 3 of them, just like so. And now while these are cooling off, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to use, I've used a tiny piece of grosgrain ribbon. Now this is a scrap that I had. And what I wanted to do, because I didn't want a big giant bow, is I'm actually cutting about a 7-inch piece, 1/3 the width of the ribbon. Okay, you can also do half, would be cute too, but I just really want it really skinny. Now this will fray, so I pulled out some of the extra threads so it won't fray as much on me. And it still leaves a nice, cute little red ribbon. And then I just tied a regular bow, just like you would tie your shoes, nothing special. 1 loop on each finger and then cross them over and make an X and the whole bit. And then I cut the tails to be exactly how I wanted them to be. And now I'm just going to put a dot of hot glue on the toile, but under the like on the burlap, but like at the top of the toile, not at the top of the burlap. And I'm just showing you, you can put them anywhere. You don't have to put bows. You don't have to do the love word. You can just put anything anywhere. It's fine. And then I'm just going to repeat it with the 3rd one. So I wanted a bow on the top one, a bow on the bottom one, and then I'm going to write the word love in the middle, and then a hanger. So you'll see that in a second. But I've taken another 1/3 of the bow, of the ribbon, to make a bow for the bottom heart, and repeat the same thing. Just make sure you pull off extra threads that are going to fray and toss them aside. Now I really do want to make this with my black toile. If you guys have been around the channel for a while, you know I love black and ivory toile. It's all in my bathroom, it's all in my kitchen, it's in my dining room, it's everywhere, because I just love it so much. But the red goes well too. Red, white, and black with gray walls is the theme of my house. French country farmhouse is actually the style I decorate in. So this basically would go in all these different colors. Now, as far as the heart shape is concerned, there's always a good time for love. These could lean towards Valentine's Day, but you can also do other shapes. Diamond patterned would be really French feeling, and star shapes would be lovely as well. Even circles for that matter. Circles with the circle fabric cut in the middle. So as far as the hanger is concerned, we're going to fold our ribbon in like a little bit like an awareness ribbon. We want to do that so that the loop stays open. So when we look straight at the thing, it looks like you can see the opening for the loop to hang it. And now we're taking that last 1/3 ribbon. We cut the 7 inches in thirds. The first third made 1 bow. The second third made another bow, and the the final third is going to basically be the ribbon that connects the 3 hearts together. Okay, so after we glue our loop on the back of the top one, we want to figure out our positioning. All right. Then we're just going to take that piece of ribbon, and I've just cut it in half so I have equal parts connecting the first and second and the second and the third. And I've lined it up straight down the point of the top heart. And I just randomly put the second one on, and then when I went to go put the third one on, I just made sure that I tried to match the space. I didn't measure or anything, but I just used my finger, and it was about one of my index fingers widths away. So I repeated that for the bottom. And just made sure that when I connected to the next heart, I landed it right on the peak between the two bows. And again, a heart, I always refer to the heart's tops as bows. Sounded like the bow of your lip. I don't know why, I just always do. So as you can see, they were just trying to line it up so it doesn't move around on us, and it's nice and straight. Okay, so any kind of embellishments would be really cute for this. Any of that beautiful lace ribbon from the Dollar Tree, buttons, any kind of accoutrement you like. But what I'm going to do is I've taken this final piece that doesn't have its match and I've just taken a thin Sharpie. This is an ultra fine Sharpie, and I'm just writing the word love. Now I know you guys love my penmanship. Some days I'm spot on. Some days I'm just like, who wrote that? But this one happened to come out pretty good. And then I've just, with script, I've written the word love, and then I've gone back over like it was calligraphy, and all of the down strokes, the top right to down left, I've made them thicker as if it was with a calligraphy marker. And then I've taken the pinking shears and I've cut out the little rectangle. And now I'm just going to glue that right to the middle of the middle heart. And I just wanted to make sure it was up enough that the two corners were still on toile. Okay? And then that's it. I know that was simple. It was super fast. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. I'd love to see what you guys create with your own fabrics and your own shapes. And if you haven't yet, click subscribe. And when you do, a little bell will pop up. When you ring that bell, YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. And share this with friends and family. I think this would be a great craft to make with people with special needs. This would be great for kids or seniors. And yeah, just let me know how it goes. And as always, you take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye.